Good morning. Right then, I am back today to finish my construction project for the Trinket Parlour over on Facebook. Part 1 and part 2 is available on my YouTube channel if you want to go over, if you want to make one of these cameras. You can follow my tutorial. What we're going to do today, as we've built it all, we're going to now put it all together and decorate it. So what we're going to need are some more concertina pieces. Okay, so these are for one side and I'm going to do the same for the other side. So what you want are two pieces that are 3.5 inches wide by 4.5 inches tall. Okay, so you want two of those, and then you want a smaller one which is 3.5 by 3.5. And then what you're going to do is get your scoreboard and you're going to score at every 1/2 inch. Okay, so it's 3.5 across. You're going to start at 3 and score 2.5 and score 2, 1.5, 1 and 1/2 inch. Okay, and then you're just going to concertina that, and we're going to add this to, make sure it's straight. We're going to add this to the concertinas that we've already made on the album section. Okay, so that's that. So I've got two of those, two that size. That's for the bottom. And then the same with this one, every 1/2 inch. So that's 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1 and 1/2 inch. And same for the second one. 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1 and 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's all we need. So you want all together, you want 4 of these, 4 of the bigger ones and 2 of the smaller ones. Okay, so same thing, I'm just going to concertina these. So like that. So do the first one up, flip it over, up again, flip it over, and again, and again, like that. So I've got 4 of those, 2 for each end, and 2 of these for the bottom. And what we're going to do is attach it to these bits here, and then they will glue into the box. So what I'm going to do is take my little photo bits out so I can get it nice and flat. Put them off to the side. You're going to need your glue. And we are going to attach 2 long ones here, the short one at the bottom and this one here. And then what that would do, it give it some extra room when it's in the box. Let me just grab a box. So these bits will glue into there, and then it will pull out enough so that it will go like that, and you'll be able to reach without, you know, these, without trying to force them out with the box in the way. Let me just put that up a bit, that's it, like that. Okay, so that should bring it out nicely. So let's do one side at a time. So we are going to attach this onto there like that, okay, on both sides. So I'm going to add my glue to the inside of this first one, okay. Put my glue on. Okay, so bring your flap out. Okay, so it's out like that. And what you're going to do is pop that onto your flap. Make sure it's all lined up and straight. Okay, so you've got it like that. It will go like that. And I'm going to do exactly the same for the other side. So what we're going to do is put glue on this piece here, and then we're going to attach it to this flap like that. Okay, so it goes like that. So put your glue on again. Now, as I said in my, I think it was my first video, I've never made one of these before. This is my first time, so I'm learning with you. Hopefully, these will be the right size and not overhang, you know, not come out of the box too much. So make sure you're all covered with glue. Bring your flap out. Let's get that out of the way. So your flap's out like that, facing inwards, and you are going to stick that onto your flap like that. Okay. So, and that's what you'll have. And you're going to do exactly the same for the bottom piece. So with this one, let's have a look. I think we're going to do it that way. Yeah. So we're going to attach it to this piece here that stood up. Like that. Okay, so you want to put your glue on the inside down here. Okay. And you see, we're going to put it on the inside like so. Make sure you're all lined up. So that just gives us a bit of extra concertina. Let's push that down, make sure it's on properly. Alright. So then what we'll do is glue that in like that, and it will bring bring the pockets out enough to be able to lift the photo mats in and out. Okay, so that's that side. We're going to do exactly the same for the other side. So again, we want to get it the right way first. Yeah, so as long as your peaks and valleys carry on, that's the way you want to put it. So again, I'm going to put glue on this inner bit here. All the edges, and we are going to pop that on there like that. Make sure it's all lined up. Okay, and then just fold that down nice and flat. So that's that side. And again, the same for the other side. Make sure your peaks and valleys are the same. Yeah. I've done that right. Yeah. And then go inside there like that. Is that right? Yeah. Confusing myself now. Yeah, I'm not on the outside. No, I don't. That's it. So on the outer edge, the last one. I need to open my end a bit more on this. There's fine, and then there's won't come out properly. Like that. So your edge is up, and you're just gonna attach that along that last one. Make sure you're lined up. Okay. So all your peaks and valleys will just continue on. Okay. And then the same for the bottom one. This is gonna go make sure I get it the right way. Yeah. So on your last one, add your glue. Get in. Come on, Charlie. And you're just going to add that again, just check your peaks and valleys. Make sure they're all the same. So this is what you'll end up with. Okay. I'm just wondering whether we actually need to put the bottom one on. Could have just got away with the sides, I think. But hey ho, it's done now. Right, and to attach it into the box, they will fit in like that. Okay. So you can glue them in, but I don't know if I'm going to. Let me just have a look. Might take that bottom one off and just use the sides. Yeah, take them bottom ones off. Don't put them on for a minute. Like that. Right, I don't like them bottom ones. I'm just going to take that off. You won't see that, so and that one. So ignore that bit. As I said, I'm learning too. Right, so we want our box. Then what we're going to do is put glue on the ends. Right, bear with me because I just want to get some clips. Sorry about that. Right, I've just clipped the pockets together so that it's easier to manage. Now what I'm going to do is put glue on both sides. Let's hope this works. Come on, glue. Plenty of glue. That's that side done. And you're going to do the same for the other side. I think what I'm going to do is do one side at a time, and then I'll have to pause the video and let it dry before I do the other side. And make sure that it's stuck so I don't pull it off when I'm trying to glue the other side in as well. Put something heavy on it so it stays in place. Okay, so you want one of your boxes, make sure it's up the right way. This is my back piece. And then you want to bring your concertina, fold it all up like that and like that. And then you want to line it up as central as you can in your box. That one's opened up. Don't want it to do that. That's better. Okay. That looks about right to me. I'm just going to hold it down for a minute and then I'll show you what I've done. Give it time to take. See? So I'm not going to pull it too hard. But you can see that will concertina out, and then this will go in the other end and do the same thing. So you've got a little gaplet so you can get to your photo mats. So you want to get it as central in your box as you can. Okay, so I am going to put in there. Right, you're going to fit. Need something heavy. Do my candle. And this one, flat out. Right, I'm going to let them dry for 5 minutes and then I will be back and we'll do the other side as well. Right, that should be dry enough now. What I've done is just to hold it up a bit and give it a bit more strength. The one that I cut off the bottom, I've just put up the centre there just to give it a bit more sturdability, if that's the word, to make it more sturdy. So now I'm going to do the same. It's going to be a bit awkward getting it in the box, but we will persevere. So just put your glue on your outside pieces. Make sure you use plenty of glue. On this side. Fingers crossed this is going to work. Got to try and line it up somehow. And then on that centre piece as well. Come on, glue. So now what I want to do is line that up. So that I make sure put your box on top of the other. Oh, on top of your other box. Flip it over. Now I'm going to see in there. Let's take that clip off. That's better. I need to put something in there to push it down. Put the scissors in. Hopefully that will be lined up. I'm just going to give it a minute to take before I start fiddling with it. You can see it's taking, so I'm just going to give that a minute and I will be back. Hiya. Right, okay, that's done. I've put my little pockets back in, my little photomats. So when it pulls out, that goes on there. Okay, so I am going to put some, what do you call them? Where are they? I've got some Trinket Parlour patches somewhere, so that will hold it all in place. So I'll put them on when I do the decorating. But what I want to do now is put this box on. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put glue all round here, and then you're going to central it on top, whichever end you want as your front. Okay. So I think I'm going to stick those down in there like that. Like that. Make sure you put plenty of glue on. Oh. Let's just take a bit more off there. That's better. So glue all the way around your flaps. Put it on the edge. Like so. So I'm going to stand up and do this. So remember, you want it central on your box. So you get it lined up as best you can. And then you're just going to hold that down. Put something on it to give it some weight. So again, I'm going to let that dry and I will be back. Hiya, I'm back again. Right then, I've put my box on the front. Now, what I've also got is one of these little cups. I've put some black card inside and then on the lid, and then I've just gone round it with some matching Timmy Holtz paper. This is actually a cup from the Trinket Parlour that you get your microbeads in. So all I did was empty my microbeads into a different container because I wanted something as a lens. So I thought that would be ideal. So yeah, I just used my 1.5 inch punch, pushed the paper down into the bottom of the cup, the black card, and then I added another piece to the lid. Let's just take that off without pulling my paper off. See? And I put a bit inside as well. So that's my lid, and that's the inside of the cup. So yeah, just a little micro beads cup that I'm going to use as my lens. So I didn't have anything else to use, and I thought, ooh, that would be handy. So that's how I did that. Just some card and some coordinating paper, and I will just stick that onto the front like that to give the camera effect. Now, to keep it together, because we don't want it doing that, I've got some lovely Trinket Parlour hinges, and I've got 2 of these. You do get screws with them, but I'm not going to be using the screws. I'm just going to use my E6000 to glue them down. So I've got 2 of those, and I'm going to put one of those on each side to hold it all together when it's closed up. And I've got some of these gorgeous Trinket Parlour feet as well. Look at those. Love, love, love those. And then for the handle on top, I've got this lovely big one, also from the Trinket Parlour. And that is going to sit on top of, on there like that, so you can hold it. Or that one, I'm not sure. It'll probably be the back one. And I've also, just sort of for some added decoration, I've got one of these from the Trinket Parlour as well. And that's going to go on there as well somewhere. I've got some, oh, not that one. I've got some black chain that I'll be using. Got a longer piece somewhere. Yeah, some black chain that I'll be just using as bits of decoration. I think that's it for now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these part of the hinges onto the side of the boxes like that, so that when it closes up, hold it shut with my, where's my bit? So then that will hold it closed like that, so they don't keep coming open. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do now, and I am going to use my E6000. I'm going to make sure everything's lined up first. So I want this bit on this box, okay, this box here. So let's get all that lined up. Make sure the bottom's lined up and the top. Got my E6000, and I'm going to put that as near to the centre as I can of the box. Excuse my pussycat. What are you doing, Charlie? You can't sit there. You can't sit there, madam. Yeah. So I'm going to put these bits on first, and then I'll show you. Come on, Charlie. I don't know why she always wants to sit right in front of me. So I've got my E6000 from the Trinket Parlour. And I'm just going to add it to the back of my, what do you call them? Hinge. Again, get that as much in the middle as I can. Nice and straight. Let's just put my hinge on, make sure that's all going to work. Where's my glasses? Look, got my spectacles today. I remembered. Make sure that's all along the edge. Hopefully it won't. So that's what I've done. Stand up and look at it, make sure it's straight. That's it. Alright. And then that will go on like that. So again, a bit more E6000 to the other side of the latch. Bring it all together. Put your latch on. Make sure it's straight. See? Like that. Now, I need to let that undo that and then let it dry. That looks okay to me. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry and then I'm going to put the latch on the other side and I'll be back. While that latch is drying, I'm going to do the same with the lens. I'm not going to use the E6000 because I haven't got a lot left and I'll need some for the feet and the other side of the latch. So I'm just going to use my normal tacky glue and I'm going to put it on the bottom, not the bit with the lid that comes open, but the bottom of the little cup. And then I'm going to central that onto this part of the box. So make sure you get your glue all over. And there won't be anything hanging on it or any weight on it, so it should stay on quite nicely. I'm just going to turn that up, make sure I haven't moved my latch. I'm just going to stick that in the middle, like that. For my lens. Right, I'm going to let that dry. I will be back soon. Hi, I'm back again. Right, I've put my latches on and I'm just tied a bit of ribbon around it just to hold it in place while it's all drying. What I've also done with this, I had these flowers from the Trinket Parlour. They're metal flowers. So all I've done is this key thing. I've just used my E6000 and put it in the centre of the flower. And that's going to sit on top. Let me pull that up a bit. On top of the camera like that. I don't want to move it too much because my latches, my hinges are still drying. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing and also with this handle. Lovely big Trinket Parlour handle. That's going to sit on there. So again, I'm going to use my E6000 to get that down. Okay, and I'm going to centre that on there, dry. And then I'm going to do the same with my little flower. It's a glue. And I'm going to put that on there like that. So I'm going to leave them to dry. Oh, see, now I've moved it. Move my latches, my hinges. That's better. Down a bit. Okay, so while that's drying, the only thing I'm going to do now is add my feet on, but I'm going to wait until the top bits are dry. So again, I will be back in a sec. Okay, sorry, I forgot to start the camera rolling, but I have glued my feet on. I'm not going to move it because I don't want them to fall off. So that is my little camera done. I'm not sure if I'm going to add anything else. I've got that bit of chain that I might put on as well, but I'm just going to leave it now and let everything dry. Once it's all dry, I'll take some photos so you can see the whole thing and opened up and closed up, that sort of thing. So thanks for joining me. I hope you like it. If you want to make one, follow the tutorial. It's quite easy to make, actually. The only hard bit was attaching the inside. So and I'm sure there's probably an easier way, and someone will probably tell me an easier way, which will be great, just in case they ever decide to make one again. So that's it. That's my construction tutorial. I've got an idea of what I'm going to make next, but I'm not going to share just yet. I'll let you know as and when. And if you want to buy any of these lovely metal pieces that I've used, all the metal pieces are all from the Trinket Parlour. So that's the hinges, the feet, the handle, the flower and the little key, all from the Trinket Parlour. And the little lens at the front is a little cup for that she it's a little cup that the microbeads come in, so I just use that as a lens. So I'll let that all dry. Once it's all dry, I'll take some photos and put them at the end of the video so you can see properly. Okay, thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye bye.